Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Smartest Dumb People. I am the host, Anthony That Dude Johnson. I am sitting here with my co-host, LV the Great, Leland Vaughn, TV, Mr. Shabazz himself. And today's topic is, are you for sale? And we use the topic, women, are you for sale? But we going to break it down in layman's terms for everybody. So we can say man or woman. But specifically, a lot of women say they looking for a rich nigga, 8-figure, that type. That's the shit y'all see. I ain't heard men out here looking for a woman to take care of them. That's just the reality of it. So we kind of use women as a stepping stone for what we were talking about. So I said I would go first, but I really don't know my opinion until I hear their opinion. But I'll start it by saying that women these days tend to say they're looking for somebody to take care of them. And to me personally, I think that is the dumbest shit to ever say. First off, you should be independent enough to take care of yourself, and you should want a partner. You shouldn't want you shouldn't want to be Hugh Hefner's Playboy bunny. You shouldn't want to be. I personally, I pray my daughter don't have that mentality because I'm working with her, but I didn't realize how hard it is to raise kids until recently because I've been going back and forth with my two kids, and I swear up and down I thought I raised them right, but I can't tell them nothing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And I still specifically remember my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Carl. He told me it don't matter how much you do to raise a child, you can't control what they do. And I hate it when he said that to me. And it's just speaking on some shit we was talking about. But for the first time in my life, I'm experiencing that. So, like I said, even though I don't want my daughter to have that mentality, it's hard for me to determine how she's going to be. Like I don't think no man understands how their child is going to actually turn out. All right, so back to the topic because I was kind of off topic with that, but I was just trying to speak on my daughter. I think that women need to get out of the mind frame that they want new bags, new shoes, new cars, and you need to be getting these niggas to buy you properties. Now that's a different type of ball game. If you want a motherfucker to do anything for you, these Birkin bags, the topic of discussion really was Birkin bags. That's what sparked our conversation, is because it was a topic of social media this week. They was talking about how women was talking about who can't buy a Birkin bag. And I think a Birkin bag is worth like $5,000-$10,000, right? So I'm like,
no, hell no. Not if they questioning Cardi B. If
it got to be worth more than that.
Oh man, come on, man, 5-10, come on, man.
A Birkin bag?
That's an income tax check.
Yeah, so
that's small.
That is small. But at the end of the day, I feel like as a male on the outside looking in, that's around a lot of women. A lot of my women are friends. A lot of my friends are women, and I have two sisters, a mother, and I'm telling you that the mentality has to change. And I don't think it's our generation women either. No. To be honest with you, it's these. I don't want to insult nobody because one of my friends on Facebook is his cousin. But a lot of these people have that new chicks mentality. What's her name? Shawnee? Mm-hmm. Rich nigga, 8-figure. Yeah, that's my type. No, like that's not the move. Like the move should be getting yourself together and getting a lifelong partner to help you build. So in my opinion, should you be able to be bought? No. The sad part about it is a lot of these people are selling their souls for just a paycheck. And I personally, I'm not selling my soul. I can't be bought. So I guess we'll go to LV the Great because this is his topic. This is his topic. He called me and like, we got to talk about this, bro. We got to do. And he had an example of the video of what's the guy name?
Nature Boy.
Nature Boy had women fight for him.
Had his wife and them out there.
But he got a bag though, right? He rich.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
It looked like he had something going on now. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he had something going on.
So break down for the fans. Break down what you meant by can women be bought?
Okay. Well, my thing is that now everything has a price on it, without a doubt. But there's some things that some people just wouldn't do, regardless of the monetary gain. And everybody's looking for individual or mate or whatever. I don't know, with this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But everybody looking for some type of comfort zone Now, is you willing to sell yourself for that comfort zone? That's the question. I personally feel like that women, and I'm not just exclusively saying women,
Yeah.
but women advertise it more.
Yeah, they advertise.
You
it
don't
more.
see
Yeah.
men jumping on social outlets talking about, I need a sugar daddy.
Sugar mama.
I
pause,
need-
pause.
Well, yeah.
You would have paused
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Or I need a sugar mama. But you catch women all day long talking about they need a sugar daddy, they need a baller, they need a motherfucker with this, they need a motherfucker with that. And so when they begin to do those things, then that's advertisement of selling herself.
Yeah, selling herself.
And so when you get to begin to advertise yourself, then it comes into question, is there anything about the woman that's not for sale? You got women that are stripped and they say, well, stripping is not prostitution, that's entertainment. So you'll sell your body for entertainment. Then they say, well, you got women out here who talk to men but don't sleep with the men. The men just won't have to somebody to talk to. Okay, so then you'll sell a piece of your mind for revenue. And then you have the prostitutes. We don't even have to touch on that. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious that they are selling their bodies. But then it doesn't stop. You'll have women that will sell their time, their mind, their being for a dinner. You can approach a strange woman and go, hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. You look nice. All right. Are you open? Can I take you out on a date?
Yeah.
You treating? Yeah, I'm treating. Okay. What's the number? Here we go. Where we going? You know what I'm saying?
So that's being bought.
It's a form of solicitation. Well, it's a form of solicitation on the male, but it's a form of being bought by the female. There's no levels to the monetary gain, in my eyes. And so, I'll let TV unpack, but so it goes. So what made me think of this was that it's a dude, Nature Boy. I don't know if y'all aware with him. He a little eccentric. You know what I'm saying? Kind of out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he out the chain.
I never heard.
So
of
he got 4 wives.
Yeah.
He got 4 wives. They on the beach in Maui. You know what I'm saying? He got the wives fighting. You know what I'm saying? Banging. But everybody, normally I'd be like, well, what type of man is this? They got women out here behaving this way.
Right.
But then I had to look back and say, well, what type of women? 4 women at that. That's in a polygamous. I don't know if it's polygamous because you got to be married.
It's polygamy.
Polygamy?
Yeah.
So in a polygamous, and will accept a polygamous relationship with a man that have y'all out here fighting, drowning, choking, biting each other. So then I had to take a look at the women like, what type of fucking women are these? Who in the fuck does that?
Where you find them at? Huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is Autobots. But
I want to say what Brandy said. Brandy said, first off, I think you should change the word women, and that's not how grown women think. I agree with you, Brandy. We know you're a hardworking woman, but we still got to deal with. And again, Brandy, you are generation, so we grew up together, and that's what I was saying. Like, this ain't necessarily tailored to I don't want to call it older women because I'm not that fucking old, but it's for the mature people. We don't think this way because we know how to get our own bag. But the problem is, I've seen through my timeline all day long. I'm looking for a nigga that's gonna take care of me. Who trying to take me out to eat? Who trying to buy me these new Jordans and it just make me sick to my stomach? Like, what about getting your own bag?
Or tap.
Tap in.
Tap
That's
in.
what I'm talking about. The shorty girl.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was
Shouts
talking
out to her. Shout hats off to her.
Yeah, she doing her
Go
thing.
ahead, TV.
You know me, I'm gonna get technical with it.
Break it down.
We're in a society to where, and you know me, I'm always talking about how society plays on this thing. Society just has so much influence on us as people. So we can say this with men, we can say it with women. With the men, I'm saying they're pulling more to a society that is leaning more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying anything about anybody's gender, none of that. We're just talking about feminine ways. Yeah, women look for security. That's been since the beginning of time. Back in, let's say, we can go back to the Bible days.
Mm-hmm.
If this man over here got 1 cow, and this man over here got 10 cows, they're gonna be chasing a man with 10 cows.
Yeah,
Because
right,
he gonna,
right.
that's that paper.
Right.
That was money back in the day. That was a form of money, the cows,
Mhm.
right? So women wanting to be secure, and I mean we can understand why, because they have babies. They want to get with a individual, with a man. Once they have babies, they're gonna have to sit at home. They can be vulnerable, so they're gonna want that security today, or like I said back in the day, it's in the form of a monetary gain. So women are gonna look, and I ain't gonna say they're gonna look, because all women ain't like that. You know?
Yeah.
All women don't have that drive to go out there and actually try to get a man that actually got money. You know, sometimes it could be physical attraction. If the man got money, he got money. If he don't, they're willing to work with him to try to get money. But then we have a section of society where if you don't, I remember my days in the club where I was going to buying everything off the mannequin, and I had so many pair of shoes, and it was this one girl that came up to me
The
and
power,
was just like,
the power of the PUSSY.
Nothing.
That's why niggas get their hair
Nothing.
cut, try to dress fly.
yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
Gen X mannequin though. Not
No,
the-
come on now. Come on now. Come
I was
on.
just asking. I was just asking.
I was waiting for you to say that.
You
You gonna do me like that?
I was just asking.
Hey, when you broke- when you broke down, when he was breaking down women having babies.
them been entrenched in those, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, we ain't got them $13 Air One.
Hey.
You know what I'm
Hey, I
saying?
was waiting for you to say something when TV said, what if they haven't, you know, don't get me wrong, they have a baby. And I just, that's why I said don't do it. And I looked at you because I thought you were going to say, but what if they transmission dropped?
Oh man, I missed it.
Oh, man.
I always take it.
I'm on the podcast.
I always take one for the transmission.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, you know, I remember when, you know, this one girl seen me in the club so many times, and she finally decided to approach me. And the first thing she said was, they said a man that got new shoes on every time you meet him is the one you need to be messing with.
Yeah.
At the time, you know, it was a turn off, but it was a turn on because I had the shoes, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's trying to give me a compliment. There's women out there like that. They're gonna see what you're wearing, what you riding in,
How your house
your
is.
shoes,
Yeah.
how much money you pulling out at the bar or pulling out at the register,
It could also be a ploy, though.
what type of jewelry you got on.
I just feel like that's like the problem with women. They don't realize how easy it is to be tricked. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, and
like
that's
I know
the
a couple
funny part.
broke niggas
Yeah.
that look really really rich, and they just fit the description of a motherfucker that got something.
Right.
But they living with their mama. They don't pay no bills, and they able to go get Jordans
Yeah,
and nice
exactly.
22-inch rims on their car.
But those be the individuals that were able to spend the money on them.
Nah.
They ain't giving a fuck about nobody in their basement. As long as that they can get a bag for them, a drink for them, some money for them, some nails done, some hair done, all of that.
No, mature woman gonna want a man that got his own
man.
shit.
And,
no.
and okay, and that's what we said.
Yeah,
What we
hold on.
basically saying, because she said Brandy came on
Because you
here, she was
gotta
talking about-
be grown to strip. You can't strip, can't no kid strip. And so them grown women that stripping, them grown women, they still got the same mindset. And so now whether they are willing to sacrifice their body for money compared to a woman who's not, per taste wise, because when a woman sit up and she think that a man got some money and he able to build a foundation and build a family, she'll sit up and have babies by this man. You got women that have babies by men.
Yeah.
Just to lock them in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure.
I'm gonna give you the movie. Lottery ticket. Remember how old girl came at Bow Wow?
No,
you don't remember Lottery Ticket? You never seen that?
Too cartoon.
Yeah, he was
Ticket.
trying to get her. She was bad. You know what I'm saying? Every time he looked up, some high class guy was dropping her off in the hood, some BMW, nice truck or whatever. She finally found out that he won the lottery, so she tried to get him in bed. He trying to put the condom on. She ain't going for it. She
Yeah.
like, take the condom on. Now what we doing? And then once he was like, no, I just putting his condom on. She was like, hold on, what type of girl you think I am? He was like, shit, I ain't trying to have no babies. And she was like, why? She was like, oh, this. You know what I'm saying? Why all these little hood rats in the neighborhood in the projects can get babies? You know what I'm saying? But I can't get no baby. So she was going straight to have a baby, you know, just to try to tie herself in. Like I said, it's different levels. Like you have a woman that she ain't got enough money to go get her own sack. You know what I'm saying? Go get her own lunch every day. So she'll mess with the guy in the basement. Because like he said, he got extra money because he in his mama house. He ain't paying no bills. So while he's able to take his money and just dress up and
that's called backward hustling.
But it's levels.
What's the hustle?
It's levels to it. But she's
Also,
but she's still kind of selling herself a little bit just to get them little knickknacks. Then you got what Brandon's talking about, a grown woman who she's looking for the security in the house, the car, the house on the hill, some insurance, you know what I mean? Stock, things like that, you know what I mean? Where she's really trying to get somewhere in life. But it's levels to it, though. Mm-hmm. And this goes for men, too. I just want to get this out the way, Janice. You know what I'm saying? She said that men and women can be materialistic. I believe that because I see men all the time that try to shack up with women, too, when they know they got it.
Oh, yeah, but men, when men do it, they get a double reward.
What's the double reward?
Yeah, what's that?
The double reward, okay. The double,
You knew that was coming next.
the double reward is the PP.
Pussy and power.
Pussy and paper. And so,
What is the woman getting the same thing? Dick and money.
The woman is just getting, because normally niggas that do that don't even try to please the woman. There's no expectation of pleasing the woman at all. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they want is get topped off, hit the woman. Here go this what you want. You want your hair, your nails. You want this shit done, this shit done. You niggas, the only niggas, and I can't speak for all niggas, but niggas that's paying, they ain't trying to please no motherfucking body. And you gotta be crazy if you paying for the pleasure and trying to please at the same time. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying to take the pain. I'm paying to take the pain of the conversation, of the back and forth, of the argument, of the bullshit. This is what I'm paying. I'm paying to move all that out the way. Now, why would I be concerned with whether I'm appeasing you or not? But when the man does it and they receive payment, he get the paper.
And the pleasure.
And then he get the pleasure, because then he busting off on the motherfucker, get it on motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And she hitting him off with paper.
Oh,
These are just the facts.
That'll be the
It's
crazy.
just the fact. So it's a different dynamic. It's not the same. And plus, you know what I'm saying? If a woman go out and get a man a car, that's more women. That's more women. That okay. You want to go get me that truck? You okay, baby? Yeah, I love you. Yeah, baby, I'll be back. Peel out. That's more women, and then that's more to me. That's more to my pleasure. Plus on top of the paper, so it's not the same. Men, it can be materialistic, but they also have a pleasure tone to it that women don't. Not all women. Some women like to be prostitutes. I know women that said, well, only thing I know is the prostitute. You know what I'm saying? You got nymphos out there that if they don't get 2, 3 or tran ran on them, they ain't satisfied. These is facts. You know what I'm saying? These are just facts. These are just facts. These are just facts.
I'm with.
I
hear exactly what you're talking about.
My head is about to explode, bro.
I would say that that's too funny though. Hey,
facts.
I say this. So okay, let's put this thing in perspective. So again, and I ain't gonna say ancient times, older times. You had what was it? You had to pay a dowry to the family to actually marry the woman.
Right.
And
That
so
were being sold. They were being sold.
They were being sold from day one, so we can't even act like this is a new thing. Like, we're talking about that like this is a new thing in society. Like, no, you had to buy it. You literally had to buy it, and you buying it on another hand was you proving that you could take care of a woman. Number one, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Number two is that really didn't stop or really take a strong left until the story of Romeo and Juliet came out. Once the story of Romeo and Juliet came out, then it became just about love. Because Romeo and Juliet, at that time, they were preparing marriages again for each other. And Romeo and Juliet wasn't going for it. Romeo wanted to be with Juliet. Juliet wanted to be with Romeo. Juliet didn't want to be with who her father prepared her to be with and all that. And then they ran off and did the love thing. And from there, it started a culture of us starting to just really try to hook up or link up on character. I just like him just because he's him. I like him because he's funny. I like him because he's cute or whatever. But before that, you know what I'm saying, time, it was about inheritance. And about inheritance was, this man better have some money. He got to pay for it.
Prostitution.
You know what I mean? So this is not, we can call it what we want to call it. We're just saying that this has been happening since the beginning of time.
Right.
So
hold on, I want to touch on something because this my homeboy Larry Love, he said, don't no woman want no broke nigga that gonna choose the rich every time. Okay, but the only way that the woman's gonna find out if the man is broke is she is investigating. Because if she fucking with somebody on merit, if the woman is fucking with somebody strictly off merit, then they not what the person has or don't have doesn't play a factor. And so when you have men, that's just like this is a man saying that don't no woman
Want no broke nigga.
don't want no broke nigga. So he has surrendered to solicitation. You know what I'm saying? He has surrendered to solicitation. He will, and not him, because I know him, but not him. You have men that will be out here, like I was talking to my daughter, and I said, well...
Right, Lester, we're going to get to Lester comment, but go ahead.
Like I was talking to my daughter, and I asked my daughter, I said, well, you know, you got some men that are out here that will go get the bag in the drink, in the party favors, and then ask the woman, let's kick it. And so my daughter say, well, what if the woman don't need that? What if the woman don't need those things to be with the guy? I said, well, the thing is that the playbook has already been written. The 52 fake is already out there. You know what I'm saying? You want to get the smoke, go get the weed, go get the drink. You know what I'm saying? Go get the party favors, whatever it is.
75%
yeah, I know a lot of y'all on them different, the exotic narcotics. Y'all leave them alone, them pills and that coke. You know what I'm saying? Get back to that weed and that drink. Leave that coke and them pills alone. It's fucking up your liver. But the playbook is still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you even intending on sleeping with the woman, when men have been in this situation for so long that, and then you hook up with a woman just straight on married, and she go, well, where the weed? Or where the drink? Or what are we gonna do? And then the man that's coming straight on married get to looking like, well, I don't have those things. I don't smoke weed. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the worst lie you can ever tell a woman.
Oh, you don't smoke weed?
Man, look, you have to damn near lie to her.
Oh man, the new
You have to damn near lie to the motherfucker.
You tell
So y'all
motherfucker you
telling me there ain't no women out there that don't
Oh
smoke?
man, hey, listen. The new line, you tell motherfucker you don't snort coke, especially them young motherfuckers. Now this is just by this is just by hearsay. You know what I'm saying? This is just by hearsay. You know what I'm saying? This is just by hearsay. But you tell them young motherfuckers that you ain't got no coke. Oh, nigga, you a lame. Nigga, fuck you
Where
talking
you
about?
come from?
Oh, motherfucker, weed.
Nigga ancient.
Oh man, nigga, you an old head, nigga, old people. Old people, go on, get out the way, man. You old people, man.
Hey, hold up.
Okay.
Janice said sex sells and both men and women profit from it. People will capitalize off of it because there's a high demand for it. She's correct.
That's true.
Yolanda Reynolds said in ancient times fathers were selling their daughters. I agree with
Right.
that, but then Lester came back and corrected you and said they're virgin daughters. They weren't selling
wasn't
their daughters
They
that was
wasn't
already out
selling
there
Sealy.
already.
Motherfucker that been spoiled twice. They couldn't get rid of Sealy. He had that. Oh man, they wasn't Sealy. He couldn't give Sealy away.
Oh, man.
She was spoiled twice, but she wasn't no stranger.
Miko.
The hard work.
Miko too.
She wasn't no stranger to hard work. What she
Lester
said?
said, if you don't show up with them party favors, ain't no party.
Man, ain't no party.
Right.
Ain't no party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now this new party, now this is just something hearsay. I don't really know about it. I've been out of it for a while, like 25 years.
Yeah, I've been out of the game for a minute myself. I was just saying, like, they don't even want to kick it. Women these days don't even want to kick it if you ain't got weed. And this is just a known fact. Or any type of party favorite. Party favorite, like Leland said.
Illegal.
I would say, I'm not sure if that's everywhere in the nation. I know what it is. You know, I ain't disagreeing, but again, we are in Omaha. It ain't really too much to do unless you're gonna go gamble, or you're gonna go to do the same thing as go to the movies or whatever. So I can see why, because when I was young, that's what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was the
party.
Well, now it was the movies when we was like earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then it was, if you ain't pulling up on 30th, you know what I'm saying, and motherfuckers got beat, this, that,
Yeah,
you
in
know
the
what I'm
parking
saying?
lot,
We were just
kicking
on the,
it.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? We sitting on the outside, we watching. Nigga, I used to see, I used to come out of North and sit up and see motherfuckers pull up and pick up young motherfuckers.
Yeah.
On slump and paint, and I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't stand a chance.
Pulling up to the school,
Yeah, you know
snatching them
what I'm saying? Yeah, these
up.
motherfuckers, I'm sitting up
Right,
trying to snap a motherfucker brawl.
All right, man. I feel like it's halftime. We're going to jump topics. But before we do that, on a serious note, while we got 18 viewers in here, on a serious note, before we do that, we lost a hood legend, an Omaha legend, two Omaha legends, actually. One is younger. He was on his way to being a legend. His name was Juice. We lost him this week, or last week, and then we lost Bird. We just want to say R.I.P.
Hold on, I also want to shout out Miss Diane Cotton.
Yes.
She's like my auntie, and I think she passed today. So,
And again, this is just our halftime. This is what we want to discuss for a second. And like I said, to me, Bird, he was Flatland to me. Like, he's one of the Flatlands that I really respected and I love to see. And it was love every time I seen him. So I'm truly saddened by his death. And also Juice. Like I said, Juice was kind of on the same speed and wave I was on. We consider ourselves damn near Facebook comedians. And for him to lose him at so young, I think he was like 31, 32 years old. He was really young. So I just wanted to give a shout out and RIP To all of the lost ones we lost within the last 6 or 7 days. And you know, salute to y'all, and we're praying for your families.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Bird was my God.
Yeah.
Bird was my God.
Bird,
He was
Bird know a lot of people that hit the
you know
city
what I'm
hard right
saying?
there, man. Hit a lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And
Oh, it made me sick.
Made
You
me
know what
look
I'm
at
saying?
look
He
at
trans-
life a little bit different and want to actually
He sort of
make the
he
most
will
of it. You know
he
what I
will
mean?
be synonymous with that, but you know what I'm saying. The man sort of transcended that. You know what I'm saying. The
Right.
man, as far as what we initially knew him by. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
He was just all around, just a
Good dude.
good
Good
dude,
Good dude, good dude, and respected in the hood too.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this so hard, is because when you got somebody that's respected in the hood, but at the same time they showing you good character,
Yeah.
not no
Yeah.
scheming shit, not no dirty person.
Right.
It's a sad day. It's sad to see, because like I said, I've always seen it. Every time I seen this man, he was with his kids or his brother. Shout out to D-Lo. Shout out to Nola. Shout out to Slither. Shout out to Stuffy.
The bushes and the
Man, we
the
praying for
bushes
y'all.
and the-
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the,
We praying for y'all.
Definitely.
So
Mises.
we had to get that out the way. We should have did that to begin the show, but we didn't space it out. We kind of was running late. So now we're going to jump topics. We want to talk about thirst traps, and this is actually TV's topic. And I'm going to say this because we battle with topics all the time. So,
Oh, damn.
so what we're doing?
This TV verse one.
TV.
Thirst traps.
Thirst traps, TV. You want to start it off so I can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like.
Gladly start off.
I just wanna bounce
Look,
off of you.
man, I'm gonna say this. If I look on Facebook one more time, see, it started a couple years ago with this. It's 2:00 in the morning, right? 2:30 in the morning. You know, you can't go to sleep. You on Facebook, and who you see? You who up?
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah,
up?
yeah,
That post
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Who up? Man, we know what who up mean, man.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know what I mean?
You know, we got to
know
give a
what
shout out to
who
the
up
Thirst Trap King. Shout out to KC Dixon,
mean.
Thirst Trap King. I got to do it like that.
I don't know who
KC
KC
be like, who
is.
trying to drink these Hennessy bottles with? Who trying to drink these Hennessy bottles with me?
Hey,
I
That
got
motherfucker
some.
be, who's trying to go to Alvarado? You ain't going to no Alvarado.
Who trying to go to the casino with me? I got $200 for him.
But now
Okay.
it ain't got so desperate lately, man. They just write on the book like, look, man, I'm lonely.
Yeah, they solicited
I'm
on
lonely.
Facebook now.
Then
Now-
women getting on there and talking about I just love to suck on something right
Oh,
now.
my
And
God,
it's just,
man.
it
Oh,
is
man.
just so I be
Who your
looking like-
friends?
Man,
Damn.
oh
Hey,
man,
hey,
hey, man, it's ridiculous, man. Everybody lonely now, and everybody would love to have a boo right there on the Facebook. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, man, come on, can you imagine who's going in that inbox right now? You imagine what type of company that you're inviting right now?
Yeah.
And you know what type of company you're inviting, so it ain't like you trying to look for no relationship or none of that.
My
You know what I'm
biggest-
saying?
my-
You looking right for
My
it.
biggest fear is, and this has always been a fear of mine since I was young, is to be with a hoe. Like,
Are you scared of infidelity? You scared of infidelity?
I just don't want to be with a hoe.
So you scared of infidelity?
Like T Grizzly said, if you seen another nigga with her, she ain't being with me.
Oh man, you
You know
scared
what
of
I'm saying?
infidelity, man.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say if I can't distinguish whether it's more about who, because like that terminology, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I think it's the opposite. I think sometimes the hoes make the best housewives,
Right,
because,
Nico.
because they've been through some shit.
Yeah, that's because they know how to lie the best. And they still know how to go fuck another nigga and then come back and make it seem like it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? Because
There
that's
you go. Leland the Great.
Leaving
No,
the
no,
great
time out.
LV.
Oh, be the Great. He about to go in.
that's
He about to go in.
what the woman was invented to do. The woman was made to deceive. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be in this environment and in this situation. No, facts. Facts.
Made to deceive?
Made to deceive.
Why?
Because
Yeah, explain that.
we wouldn't be here in this environment, right? Without the woman deceiving.
Are you talking about Adam and Eve?
Even
Right.
Kanata had to laugh at that
You know
one
what
right
I'm
there.
saying? Without the initial deceivement, we wouldn't even be where we at now.
Brandy said, "Don't start that shit."
You already, Brandon, you already know. You already own
Go
it.
ahead, unpack
Unpack
this
this.
thing, unpack this thing, man. I'm waiting here. It's right here.
Let me unpack
I want him
Let
to
me
get
unpack this. Let me unpack this. All right, go ahead. I just did.
And so that initial deceivement, which opened up the door for free will. And so with the option of free will, then the Most High have a clear path to judge on who's moving right and who's not. And so women are made to deceive. And I'm gonna bring it back to the housewife. Because they do it so perfectly. They lie. You know what I mean, motherfuckers, man, you know what I mean, motherfuckers out here taking care of kids that the woman that says dead. Man, you got motherfuckers, they created a test. There's no clearer. You can't get no clearer. They created a test because this woman was so fucking demonic and deceitful that they said, hold on, time out now. Hold on, time out now. We got millions of niggas sitting up taking care of kids. We know the kids ain't theirs. You know what I'm
You talking about Maury?
Nah, fuck Maury. No, DNA ain't got nothing to do with Maury.
I was just wondering if
You know
that's
what I'm
the angle you
saying?
was taking.
Because the thing is that they had it set up that if a man was married to a woman, the child is yours. Right? Period.
Yeah.
And so a man can walk into a doctor's office and see hold on. Let me rewind that. A man, hold on.
I hear you, Lon Measy.
He said, I was trying to get out the car, dog. He's so lucky I can't just like walk all set sometimes.
Hold on.
He let me need that. He did, nigga.
Unpack it. I want to hear this, man.
I'll let y'all.
Just how sinister this shit is that what's them people that do genetics?
The DNA?
No. All right. Well, put it like this: that there are certain genetics. That's the same way a brown-eyed and black-eyed person can't have a blue-eyed child, but you'll have people. And you see doctors that know this.
It's actually the reverse.
So
black woman can have any child, but
well,
white woman can't
I'm talking
have
about
a black child.
Right. I'm talking about eye color.
They can have blue. I didn't see a black man with blue
Yeah,
eyes.
I said yeah. So now you
Dark
can
skin.
have the recessive gene.
Right. No,
but
that's
we
what I'm
talking
saying.
about the gene
Black
that's
woman has the
already
pull to have
recessive.
she got
What
all
does
these-
this have to do with
Yeah,
thirst
yeah,
traps?
yeah. Unpack this.
Well, what it have to do with thirst traps is
Unpack it. We done got on DNA. They told
what it,
They tearing you
Yeah,
up.
I
They
can't
tearing you up.
But what it have to do with the thirst trap is that when motherfuckers, because you said you rather have a hoe
the house.
and then
No, I
turn
said,
into a house.
no, that's I would rather. Oh, I never said that. I've never been with a whore in my life. But I was saying, matter of fact, I was married for 21 years. I'm saying that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I don't like that term because I felt like a lot of women,
You said it's
a lot of
opposite.
homeboys I know that married whores, and they're actually
It turned out all right.
they turned out all right. But
that goes back to the thirst.
But
trap,
listen
because
what happened.
I said
Listen what
was, hold on, time out. What I said was that the hoe is so used to being the hoe that she.
No, you said she's still gonna cheat, but you said she's still gonna cheat. I think the opposite.
Still make you
But
think that it's all about
can I
you.
unpack this? Can I unpack this?
Go ahead.
Can I unpack this?
Go ahead.
Unpack.
All right.
Go
So
ahead. Look, Brandy said, "Dude, take control of this." Go ahead. Go ahead.
You have these women
Mm-hmm.
that used to be whores,
Still is.
but when they ready to settle down, their fun is done. They ready to settle down. That's my
that
belief.
pussy still smoking.
Oh.
It go both ways, man. That's all I'm
It's the
saying.
same. The pussy still. The only way that the motherfucker settle down is when the motherfucker don't juice up the same, and it takes a little more effort. You know what I'm saying?
So let's go change the narrative for her. So that's gonna change the narrative of how she's gonna behave.
Same way it changed the narrative for a nigga when a nigga get old.
But-
When a nigga get old, a nigga say, man, I ain't really feeling women like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really trying to fuck women like that. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't
I ain't
care.
really
I
trying
don't
to
care
fuck,
for
I
his-
ain't really trying to see how many women I can run through.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's the same thing with the women. The nigga ain't the only one that feel that way. The nigga ain't the only one that be like, well, I don't want to see if I can fuck. I can't fuck 3 bitches a night. No
Can
more.
y'all say once a hoe, always a hoe? I don't believe that, bro. I don't. I believe that because I know some chicks that was young and was fucking everybody in junior high and high school, and then they got the best family right now.
You said young.
I feel like a lot of people made a lot of mistakes.
You
We
said-
changed.
you
We
said
changed.
you-
If let's be honest, as men, fuck all hoe aside, we changed as men. Literally, TV just said which he did. He used to have all this material shit, like shoes and nice clothes and doing these club events and shit like that. Is TV that way now? He's not.
I see.
But if we use the term, all right,
No, I'm not. No, I'm
yeah.
not.
So I feel like, but I don't know. We still got. I don't know how. I want to talk about thirst traps,
This is the thirst trap.
but we turned it into whores.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
a
yeah,
hoe.
yeah,
You flipped it to that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like thirst traps to me is like I said. My biggest fear is I don't think I could. No, I ain't gonna say fear because I know what I want
That's
in a
what
woman.
flipping is.
I would never date a woman, and I scrolled through her timeline, and I seen her saying 3 weeks ago before we met, she was saying, "Damn, I sure wish I could suck a dick tonight." That'd never be my type of woman. Never.
Or
never.
telling everybody that you lonely. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
that'll
this
never
is
be
something
my
like
type
back
of
in the
woman.
day. You might have a couple numbers, you might hit them numbers, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
try to get what you got going, or even if you is in the club, you know what I mean, you discreet with it. Now it's just 2,000 friends, I'm letting everybody know I'm lonely.
My sister said Maya Angelou used to be a
first
prostitute.
come, first serve, huh?
She said who?
Maya Angelou, the great
She did.
great
she
poet
did.
Maya
And she
Angelou.
died a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? You
Hey,
can't,
what the
you can't let that down. You can't let
but
that
what I'm
down.
gonna say is this
You can't,
here.
you-
I don't know Maya, so I don't know when she
Hold
was
on.
something. I know she can write great poems. That's what I do know. You know what I mean? She had an essence and a creative spirit
That motherfucker
to write
said-
great poems. I don't know what she was doing until
She
she was
sitting up
50,
in the
55.
trap waiting for a time to come through. Miserable me. Miserable me, I love. Miserable this John. Miserable John pay me this
I don't know
dub.
what Maya
You
had
know
going
what I'm
on,
saying?
but salute to the
She
guys.
in there
So,
breaking
salute
down.
to the guys.
She in the whorehouse breaking down poems.
Hey.
And then say,
He loved this. He loved this right
yeah,
here.
yeah, man.
I ain't seen this nigga spell his whole. This nigga been spelling this whole subject.
hold on,
That's
man.
just my thing about the thirst
She
traps,
in,
man.
she in the hen house talking about I'm waiting for a John, but I'm waiting for love.
Did she really say that?
I really want a 10, but he can give me a dub.
All right.
My feelings is low. Come on,
Enough-
man. We're
enough
talking
of-
about.
enough
Listen,
of
once you're
leeway.
a prostitute,
Enough.
you're always a prostitute. And I love her to death. Brilliant woman, but she's still a prostitute. That pussy on smoke. A lot of these women pussy stay on smoke. Not all of them, but that's just the way it
And
goes.
Brandy said, and not to keep reading off our top fan. Shout out to the top
Top
fan,
fan.
Brandy.
She ain't
But
been on in a
she
couple
making-
of weeks,
She making some good
Shout
points
out
though.
to Sid.
What
She
she
said, she said, so what if the hoe don't post it, but hop in your inbox with it? That's okay. That's the point. The point is, what you do in your bedroom is not for everybody to see.
Right.
It's between you and that person.
Right.
So do you
That's
think
the
one
point.
night stands is cool?
A long time ago, I'm gonna say this. A long time ago, I used to be completely against them, right? But the older I got,
10?
no, but I was against. Time out. Let me tell you what. I used to be against. Would I ever date a woman?
He's having a sleepover.
Listen, I used to be against. Would I ever date a woman? If she had kids? Would I ever date a woman if she had kids? I used to be that nigga. Like, no, I ain't dating no woman that got kids. And then I had kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying I had one night stands or anything like that. I'm saying that the whole point that I'm trying to make is when you become an adult, your opinions on adults change. You realize shit happened. You realize things can change at the drop of a hat. It's about who you like and love for the moment. But what I won't accept is a public hoe. You can be a hoe in the inbox, like Brandy just said. But when you're a public hoe, it makes it hard to, like I said, you got to. I've seen females at my. I used to work this one job at Alorica. Shout out to Alorica.
You said that's great.
And this girl showed me a video of her giving her man head during lunch break, but she didn't really show me. I just happened to look over and she sent it to her dude. She was like, ugh, and I was like, ugh. So anyway, when I had dated her after that, it was private. It was between her and her man. It was between, like, she didn't do nothing wrong. Those videos are being made. You know what I'm saying? But if she posted that same video on Pornhub, would I have a problem with it? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. We've all made sexual videos, took sexual pictures, but once they start getting exposed to the world,
so you against the one night stand?
I don't know what type of question that is. I'm saying that, like, the older you get,
the one night stand is deal breaker.
He said what he's basically saying is one night stand is cool as long as he knows she ain't no hoe.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, but if you give me the pussy the first night, I'm quite sure that nigga that got the pussy the first night. I ain't
that could go both ways.
Now, I do think I'm a hell of a motherfucker.
Yeah, so the pussy go, the draws gonna come off. Yeah,
and I may get offended.
Let's just say you say that until they choose you. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I do think I'm a hell of a motherfucker.
What up, Kevin James?
But,
hey, yo.
But now, do I think that a motherfucker gonna give me the smoke on the first night and not give somebody else the smoke on the first night?
but if you decide to be with her, she shouldn't, right? Just because you a hoe.
If she's smoking, she's smoking.
But listen, if she was smoked on the first night and decided to be with you, that don't mean she gonna get smoked on the.
That means the first time y'all have an argument, girl, smoke boots. and then smoke boots.
Man, we need a new co-host, man.
Man.
Smartest dumb people, we looking for a new co-host. Leland Bond is definitely canceled after this.
And smoke boots. And then once the boots are smoked, the first thing gonna say, we split up. We went together.
They could knock it out in one day. They could knock it out.
You did.
It's some factors where that can happen.
That's a terrible joke, dog.
No, I'm not. We
say,
ain't talking about no woman in particular. I don't know. Whoa.
I would say 80% of the time you got to be naive.
Yeah, I'm talking
that.
I'm talking about if you fuck a woman on the first night in general. I don't know who you talking about. I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the bad joke? I was talking about women in general. If you fuck on the first night, then most likely.
Well, you said you did.
Yeah, that we were.
I didn't fuck nobody on the first night. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's what you said, though, sir.
Well, then
you need to clarify.
You're not qualified for this conversation. Hold on, time out. Yeah. You're not qualified for this conversation. Then. You know what I'm saying? You're not qualified. TV. Now you say what now?
We looking for a new co-host because Kenyatta heard you wanted a job. Come on at us, man. Come on at me on TV.
Hold on. So you said that normally, if a motherfucker believe that, then they being naive.
75 to 80% of the time,
75,
if you
85
just believe that,
time.
you're probably being naive. Now, I can go with some other factors that can say, okay, this woman been around, she been holding back, she horny as hell, you know what I mean? You caught her at the right time. She probably been attracted to you forever, just didn't hook up with you. You know, it's some other factors.
Some sex and condoms.
What she said?
Hold on now.
Nothing wrong with that. Hell, you can die today, but is it responsible sex? And then she put condoms.
Yeah, ain't nobody. Man, niggas don't use no condoms, y'all. Stop that, man. Quit that, man.
Man, you don't.
Quit that, man.
Shit.
You only one that thinks that way.
I don't even know how to put a condom on. I ain't bullshit.
I know many like that.
I don't even know what a motherfucker. What y'all talking about? Unless I'm pretending.
Brandy said the chemistry was just right at the moment. That's what I'm saying. That's my 20%. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's 20% out there where it can't happen. If you down for a one night stand, you down for it for life.
Miko, you know how to put a condom on?
I'm not sure.
But she said She said, "Shit, I do."
I don't know. I think we getting them a little mixed up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Lester said, "I want to be special." Yeah, I'm pretty sure most men do want to be
shit,
special.
nigga, you better die at birth, then. You better be a stillborn. You ain't no special.
Yeah.
Ain't no special, man.
Not
Ain't
to
no
get
special,
away
man.
from it. I didn't want to get all into that and who's a hoe and who not. I'm just saying
Man,
that
we just jumped so
Thanks.
far.
my whole thing about thirst traps and about people putting that business out on the Facebook is that you inviting a lot of, I don't even know if it's unwanted company.
It's
I'm
unwanted
thinking it would be unwanted, but I don't know if they put it on the timeline, so I don't know if it's
If
unwanted.
I post it right now on
If
my
you-
page, damn, I wish I could eat some pussy tonight. Do you know how many motherfuckers would be in my inbox?
And that's what you looking for, though. So this is what I'm saying with the people that's saying that they lonely. You put it out there like it's something honest. You're not honest right now. You just said this to 1,500 people.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
1,500 people,
Oh.
1,200 men.
Pause.
Huh?
I'm saying
exactly.
from women.
So if it's a man, then because it's usually. So anyway, you usually got more of the opposite sex friends than you do. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
what I was saying when we were
Yeah,
speaking on
right.
women. But
Zulu, pause. Pause, by the way. Golly.
Zulu, man,
Man,
dog.
you talking about busting this? Come on,
What
man.
they be
Pause,
doing?
yo. Come on, yo.
Y'all
Come
We
on.
about to call you Tekashi 6ix9ine on them nigga, man.
You bugging.
You
my
just be
nigga.
trolling.
Hold on. All right, so
We got 3 minutes.
All right.
We got 3 minutes.
she said cloud chasing. Well, you know what I'm saying? I guess what if we tie all of these things back into one is that, first of all, women, you have to have a piece of you that can't nobody buy. I won't give a fuck what's going on.
Leland's
You know
final
what I'm
thoughts.
saying?
There you go.
I don't give a fuck.
He ties it up.
I
Don't
don't
even
give a
clean it up real
I
good.
don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? No, because I see our women.
After
you
you
know
acted
what I'm
the
saying?
fool the whole damn
I see
show,
our
now it's
women,
time to clean it up.
You know what I'm saying? I see our women, and I see that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying ours like black women.
We been got rid of that.
We been know who the most vicious whores is.
Oh.
That's a different subject. You know what I'm saying? That's a different subject. But women, you have to have something to yourself that's not for sale. That someone can't come along and take a piece of it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? They give themselves up to marriage. They give themselves up to relationships. They give themselves up to children. They give themselves up to fake ass leadership from some nigga coming along acting like they gonna lead them somewhere, take them somewhere, and these niggas is off balance. So women, you gotta respect yourself. And I'm not saying that y'all don't, but keep a piece to yourself. So it's something that everybody can't have. There's something to me that I wouldn't give a fuck my kids, my woman, my mama, my family can't touch.
Which is they can't tell you what to do.
Oh man, well that's one of them. I can't be bulldog. That's first of all.
Shout out to the
Second
Bulldogs.
of
Shout
all.
out to the Bulldogs out there.
You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
Bulldogs.
But second of all, that's a core, and my core energy that don't have nothing to do with nobody else. That's just between me and what I believe in my self being of respect. That's not for sale. I won't give a fuck who the individual is. And so,
Okay, well,
that-
that's Leland's final thought. TV, you got something to say before we head out of here?
My final thought is gonna be, man, I think men and women put themselves up for sale a lot. You know what I mean? It's a society thing. I think that we're so gone on money. We think about some of the core things that relationships got to offer. And as far as these thirst traps on the book, y'all look real thirsty. That's why we call it thirst traps. You look
Hey, man,
real
John,
desperate.
hey.
And anybody that's putting that stuff out there, I think the people that's looking at them type of posts need to think twice. But
Yeah.
besides that, go ahead.
Have I ever agreed with thirst trap posts? I've never really made one, but I've made romantic posts. And it put me in a situation where I became vulnerable in my relationship and I was doing the wrong thing.
So you was making romantic posts?
Yeah. I would be like, I would say shit like,
Like-
can I get my final thought
I've
in?
seen a couple of them
Go ahead,
romantic posts.
Can I get my final fucking thought in?
Go ahead, I'm sorry, sir.
All right, I didn't interrupt you once on you.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're right.
what I realize is there's certain shit I have to leave for home in my woman. You know what I mean? And I learned the hard way because it creates this energy in my home or with my woman that didn't need to be there. So I changed my ways. I don't make those posts anymore. I might make some advice posts because that's just me. I feel like I have advice to give. But besides that, I don't go on my way to say nothing in particular to make a woman feel like they got to ever try to talk to me or hop in my inbox. That's just not my MO. But anyway, shout out to the smartest dumb people, LV the Great,
Hey, switch over to my page, man.
Mr. Shabazz. And again, like we want to leave on this note. R.I.P. to Big Bird, man. We see you, man.
Love,
We're praying for
love,
y'all.
Love, definitely.